Hey everybody, this is Francis from Nerd Rules the World, and I'm here to do a review on a movie called Yellow Rose. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, this is Francis. I am here reviewing the movie for Nerds Rule the World called Yellow Rose, made by, directed by Diane Paragas, executive producer Karen Elizanga, Carlo Katigbak, Juan Miguel Sevilla, Olivia De Jesus, and John D. Lazatin. And this is a story about a Filipino teen who must decide whether or not to stay with her family or leave her small Texas town to become a country music singer. So first of all, the movie definitely has some heart. Okay, it's a story about this mother and daughter, this single mother and daughter who are just trying to kind of make a good life for themselves here in the United States. Now, this movie was definitely set in a more current setting, and it was definitely so with all the things that are happening within the United States as far as immigration. It's definitely a story that needed to be told. Now, unfortunately, most of the time when we're talking about immigration, we're always talking about our Latino brothers and sisters, but there are so many other people that are affected by this, including the Filipino American community. And in this is that story of that. And then, people are just trying to get here so that they can have a better life for themselves and just get a better life for their children. And this is what their mother did. Played by the actress Princess Punzalan. She played Priscilla Garcia. She worked in a motel somewhere in Texas, and she just cleans up the room. She's the maid in a room. But then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the one time she allows her daughter to go to Austin with a boy, actor by the name of Liam Booth, he played Elliot Biatnik. They decided to go to Austin, and then on the way they came back, the hotel was raided, and then the mom was, of course, detained by ICE, while her daughter, played by Eva Noblezada, and she plays the character Rose Garcia. She was able to get away from getting caught by ICE. So now, while she was doing that, she's now trying to find a place in this world. She has to make a decision. Should she go back with her mother to the Philippines and maybe come back in 10 years, or continue to pursue her dream of becoming a country music singer? Now, first of all, again, country music and Filipinos don't automatically go hand in hand. But I'll tell you right now that this guy's a country music fan. I wasn't always a country music fan, but as of lately, I definitely started liking more country music. Probably more of the pop culture ones, but definitely understanding the love and the passion that country music has. And that's what Ava has. Ava, of course, this young Filipino teen, 17 years old, setting in this movie, that she, now she has to find her way in this world. Her mom being deported to the Philippines, she now has to find a way to thrive and do well in this country. Now, the one famous actor is attached to this movie, Lea Salonga. She plays her Tita Gail, or her Auntie Gail. Apparently, she is Priscilla's sister. Now, somewhere in that story, the sisters kind of split apart as far as their lives together, but they haven't seen each other apparently this whole time while Priscilla and Rose were here in the United States. But when Priscilla was deported, her instructions to her daughter was to go to her Tita Gail, Auntie Gail, again played by Lea Salonga. Now, here's the one thing that kind of broke my heart a little bit, and I don't know. I mean, I've never been married, so I can't really speak in authority of this, but to me, family's family. Okay? If I married somebody and that person, whoever that person's family is, well, they're now my family. Okay, that's just the way it works. There's that's not my niece, that's your niece. No, that's my niece also. Okay. So apparently when Rose Garcia went to her Tita Gail, she asked her Tita Gail if she could stay with her, and her response was, "I have to ask my husband's permission." Misogynistic much? Okay, so now I don't know. I'm pretty sure that was done intentionally by the writers of this movie, and if that's the case, yeah, that is one of the issues that they have. That this was kind of very counterintuitive to what Filipinos really are. Filipinos, of course, blood is thicker than water. If my relatives is in trouble, I'm gonna go do everything in my power to help them, right? Help them get, I mean, in this particular case, when it comes to immigration, help them get a lawyer, help them get a work permit so that they can stay here permanently. In this particular case, they could have probably adopted a Rose so that she could have stayed in this country, but her husband, Gail's husband, was just not having it. We already have one daughter. And I'm like, that's your daughter's cousin, and that's your wife's kid. And then Gail just kind of capitulated. I don't know. I've known a lot of Filipino women, and they don't normally capitulate that easily. But the people that was helping her were these people who live in the Texans that were there, right? One of the characters that I fell in love with was Jolene. She was this dance hall owner that just picked her up from Gail's house, and she doesn't know her. That's not her blood, or if anything, that's not her kin. But she picked her up and took her to her place, gave her a room to stay, a roof over her head, and gave her some food. To me, Jolene was more Filipino than Tita Gail. Just I know I said it, okay. But of course, then ICE raided the dance hall, and now Rose can no longer stay with Jolene, and now she had to go look for another place where she then moves in to Dale Watson, this country music legend, and that's where she kind of hangs out for a while, and that's where she started really developing her country music chops. And oh my goodness, can this girl write songs, and can this girl sing as well? So basically, that's the saying about the country music: 3 chords and the truth, right? And this is absolutely her truth. And Dale Watson, you helped her develop her voice and her truth. And at the end of the movie, we see her finally, performing her song. And oh my goodness, it was absolutely beautiful. Now, the title Yellow Rose is a derogatory name that was given to her when she was singing in a school talent show. And because her name was Rose, and because she's Filipino/Asian, they started calling her Yellow Rose, and which is totally messed up. But Rose Garcia, played by Eva Noblezada, was an amazing singer, amazing actor, and I definitely felt her story and her strength and her commitment. Now, I probably should have said spoiler alert through the beginning of this whole movie, but this whole movie basically is now her trying to find her way to stay in the United States to do her thing. And to be able to realize the dream of her becoming a country music star. And honestly, when the mom and daughter were separated, the mom, Priscilla Garcia was sent back to the Philippines. Now it's the mother and daughter are separated. And for Rose to survive, she then becomes a hotel maid. But she did not stop her dream. She knew that her mother's sacrifice and her sacrifice for being away from her mother has to amount to something, and it has to amount to something, and it amounted to her finally realizing her dream that she is a country music singer and future star. This movie has a lot of heart. Okay, so one thing about when these small movies is that that it's about storytelling. It's not about the high-tech, CGIs or all the special big-name actors. It is a story. It is a story, and it has a lot of heart. And I will warn you all right now, you better bring some tissues, because this movie really hits the ticker here. And I wasn't crying. My eyes are sweating though. But yes, it's a great movie. The acting was wonderful, was great. Even, Lea Salonga, the Philippine darling, she played Tita Gail. Of course, she's a wonderful person, I'm assuming. I've never met her, but she seems like a wonderful person. But she definitely made me not like Tita Gail, the character, because she definitely turned her back on her own kin. And it took other strangers and non-Filipinos, again, Jolene and Dale, to actually show her more of like she's more kin than they are. And this is something that's synonymous to the Filipinos, and Tita Gail just turned her back on it because, I don't know, she capitulated to her husband. Rose's mom, Priscilla, wonderful actor, did a phenomenal job in this movie. I could see her pain, I could see her struggle, I could feel it every single of the way. And of course, Jolene, she's like the fairy godmother of this movie. She just went in there and saved, and helped Rose get out of the situation, at least for the short time, and then gave her a path to to thrive here in the United States. And of course, I can't not talk about Dale Watson, country music legend. Just did a phenomenal job just mentoring her and fostering her, and gave her even this beautiful, beautiful guitar so that she could continue writing her song. And I think honestly, when Rose asked her to co-sign for her, and Dale Watson said no, it's nothing. I think he did his very best. The best that he could and the best that he can, and he gave her the opportunity to cut a demo in his own studio and then to perform with him, and just to kind of see that she is somebody that belongs on stage. And last and of course, definitely not least, Rose Garcia, played by Ava Noblezada. This girl can act. Oh my goodness. There was a lot of shots that were very close up. When you do a close-up shot like this, there's a lot of you can't hide a lot of emotions. You got to be able to emote that through the camera. And this girl, she is a natural born storyteller, and of course she's Filipina. That means she can sing. She's a wonderful singer, and I think that was really her playing the guitar. And she did a really great job for that one. And of course, I think that this movie really, really, really hit home, and it really is very relevant to what's happening in this world today. I definitely give this movie the highest possible recommendation. If you have a chance to go watch it, I definitely suggest you go watch it and enjoy the movie and show it with your family. This could be a kind of movie this is definitely a family movie. If you have young kids, especially if they're Filipino Americans, you can talk about this kind of stuff. These are some of the struggles our fellow brothers and sisters from that immigrated here, that are undocumented here in the U.S. These are some of the struggles that they go to, and that they're not trying to take anybody's job. They're just trying to be here. They're just trying to be here and just provide for themselves and for their family. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. So I definitely recommend this. This is a very, very family-friendly movie, but it does definitely tackle some real-world issues. I don't know. Do you guys agree? Have you seen Yellow Rose? Do you guys agree with what I'm saying about this movie? Comment down below. And please, if you're liking this, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget that notification button so you are aware of the latest reviews that we're doing here at Nerds Rule the World. Until then, my name is Francis, Big Boy Screamador. Until next time, peace out, God bless, and keep watching them movies.